food places. So
Yeah.
if I get hungry, I'm like, man, I'm gonna go to one of these places because it's about the. It usually ends up being about the same price, but like it doesn't. I don't know, man. If I start eating fast food regularly, I start getting kind of fucking. Where am I going? Left? Left!
Yeah, over the ramp.
Start getting a little fucking bloated. Get the. You know, I'll take your word for it.
Oh, I went way over here.
Of course, on the way that you talk about him, sounds like he'd be pregnant with yours too. Oh. Ah.
Yeah, fast food these days is just as expensive as any other restaurant.
Oh yeah, it's stupid. It's like, oh, I don't need that fucking. Oh, see.
Hey, you know, yeah, I went to Carl's Jr. today and I spent $16 for a meal.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid. I'm like, man, if I'm gonna pay $16 for the meal, I'm gonna go get some teriyaki.
And then I know the other day I went to this hole-in-the-wall Chinese restaurant and I spent $12 and I got way more food.
Yeah.
A huge plate of orange chicken and rice.
Yeah, yeah like it's generally, I mean, it
was good as fuck.
Yeah, it's like usually it's as good, if not usually better quality than most fast food. So I'll have to take your. I don't even know what that is.
That's a Carl's Jr.
I've never been to a Carl's Jr. Yep. Well, you gotta remember, I grew up in the Midwest, right? So all. No. Stop. I don't, dude. I don't mean it like that. Fuck. Nah. I mean, you can paint with it sometimes, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's funny, so like, you know, stuff from where I work, for like 6 months it's mostly windows, and then for another 2 months it's mostly gutters. But there's this 1 month and a half where it's more or less split between gutters and putting up Christmas lights. And Christmas light jobs are kind of fucking annoying, right? And so
you put up the Christmas lights?
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, there's more subjective sensibilities, right, involved, and then also, you know, they almost always want the Christmas lights in the highest part of the house, so you have to go all the way up on the fucking roof and spend hours up there climbing around, clipping lights, and it's like you don't just get to hang out on the roof. Like you have to like go around the edge of the roof, you know, like fucking 30 feet up, or today on one side it was like 50 feet up, and you're like riding the edge the whole time. And anyway, so people, you know, sometimes people start getting frustrated, and you know, you're dealing with all these stupid clips and these lights, and you know, sometimes the lights don't work and you gotta troubleshoot stuff. So we were doing an installation today, and the fucking idiot whose house it was didn't actually get the lights that Mitch specifically told him to get like 2 weeks ago. So my Mitch is the guy that's running the company, so he ended up having to go back to his house across town to go see if he had any lights that he could, you know, swap in for this guy. And so he comes back, and then, you know, he's trying to make some hay, like trying to make some time, right? So he's you know, moving along, and then this one bag of clips that he's holding, it basically busted open, and it was on the roof, and he's all like, oh, this bag is fucked. And so he just starts taking the clips, and he throws them down the ground, right? And it turned out that where he threw them, like right in the middle of the pile where he threw them, was some dog shit. So he threw a couple of these clips in the dog shit, and I'm just all like, oh my god. And I was the one that was picking them up and like putting them in another bag. And I saw this, and it was funny because it was like, there was like this one, it was just, you know, one landmine right there. And there was one that landed square in the middle of it, and then a couple that were just kind of, you know, just touching it a bit, right? And I picked up all the ones except for the one in the middle, and I left it there because I knew that he would, like, he's pretty meticulous, so I know at the end of the job he's gonna go around and pick everything up. And he fucking totally just grabbed onto it without really looking. Just got a pan of fucking dog shit. It was hilarious. Like, I pranked him by not doing anything. It was hilarious. It's like a fucking Zen prank. I'm just gonna leave this there, and I know he's gonna clutch it. Luckily, he's got a sense of humor, so he
And then he turned around and wiped it on your face.
Yeah, well, it was funny because it's like I got some in my hands because I was picking them up, and then luckily these guys have this little like water feature, like mini creek in their yard. So I was able to, like, I was taking advantage of that and just rinsed it off. And then he got a handful, and then the other guy that was helping me, he ended up, there was one of the clips ended up having a little bit of stuff on it, and he ended up putting it in his jacket pocket, and he's got like just this little touch of dog shit in his pocket. Fucking dog shit. Hey, oh my god.
Yeah, those tacos are 2 for $1. If you buy them off the app, they're 2 for $1.
That was fun track.